our firm had an opportunity to pitch tax compliance and tax consulting work to a multinational company that is based in the United States and had operations in North America, in South America, in Europe, in Asia. And as our firm did not have a presence or subsidiary or actually affiliates in foreign countries, we had a need to be able to offer solutions, tax compliance and tax consulting solutions to these other parts of the world. So the Praxity Alliance gave us an opportunity to be able to pitch that work, to actually land the work, and to service the work, and we were able to offer seamless tax compliance and tax consulting solutions to this company. They were our client for a number of years. They were very happy with the services that we were able to offer, and from their perspective, they were dealing with us, and that was very important so that the client did not have to deal with a number of segmented offices. They could deal with one particular point of contact, and as we were able to take that work, those solutions and move forward. So in 2017, the US passed a very complex bill known as the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act. It was the most significant tax reform since 1986. There was very little guidance issued by Congress, by Treasury when this bill was passed. Some of the provisions were actually retroactive in time. So as we were trying to serve our clients, providing tax consulting and tax compliance services, there were a lot of questions as far as how some of these new provisions should apply. There was this transition tax, there were some provisions known as GILTI, which stood for Global Intangible Low Taxed Income, and these other provisions, one was called FDII, Foreign Derived Intangible Income. These were all new concepts, and because there was such little guidance, Praxity, at least the US firms, decided to form working groups that would meet once a month and discuss how they were interpreting these provisions, how they were applying these provisions to their clients' particular facts and circumstances, whether it was consulting or whether it was compliance. So it really allowed me to serve my clients, to see how other practitioners with clients in similar situations were looking at the rules, were applying them to their clients. And I think it's something positive when we were able to take consistent provisions to make sure that we were not taking provisions that were not overly aggressive or really weren't benefiting our clients to the extent that they should be applied. So those types of working groups really allowed me and our firm to serve our clients in such a better fashion, to make sure that we were really elevating our practice and our game, so to say, to make sure that we're providing great tax solutions, both tax compliance and tax compliance solutions to our clients. As an international tax professional, I have clients, I have operations all over the world, and as a US practitioner, I make it a point to stick to my lane and only address the US tax side of those issues. There is a need and a necessity to have foreign advisors to address the foreign tax issues. So being able to attend a Praxity conference and meet other professionals, not necessarily go through a Rolodex or go on a web page and find out who a particular contact may be, but being able to meet a professional, being able to, whether it's have breakfast with them, have lunch with them, or sit next to them at one of these conferences, or sometimes it's going out to dinner or having a beer, but being able to meet folks and have those human connections, so that if I meet someone that is from our French affiliate and I have a client that wants to start doing business in France, it's not necessarily going to a Rolodex and trying to pick out any generic name, but it's thinking, my gosh, I was hanging out with this person, I may have been having lunch, and I remember that they are either a tax associate there or a audit affiliate there, but it's a starting point and it allows me to just go ahead and have an opportunity to offer the services that that firm or that contact can give to my client.